Hi, I'm Lyra. I never thought my own family would choose a dog over my child, but life has a way of revealing people's true colors in the worst moments. My 8-year-old son Ethan and I were at my parents' weekend barbecue, a monthly tradition that had somehow survived my divorce 3 years ago. Mom, can I play with Uncle Ryan's new dog? Ethan tugged at my sleeve while I was chatting with my neighbor Denise, who'd tagged along for moral support. Ask Uncle Ryan first, honey. I don't know much about that dog. Denise sipped her lemonade. Is that the German Shepherd I saw when we pulled up? Gorgeous animal. Yeah, Ryan just got him from some friend who couldn't handle him anymore. That should have been my first warning sign. What's the dog's name? Denise asked, watching Ethan approach my brother across the yard. Crusher, I replied, rolling my eyes. Totally not ominous at all, right? Across the lawn, I watched my brother Ryan, perpetual bachelor and self-proclaimed dog whisperer, showing off his new pet to my son. Even from a distance, I could see the dog's tense posture. He's a little nervous around new people, Ryan was saying, loud enough for me to hear, but he's really sweet once he knows you. My father approached them, beer in hand. That's a real dog, not like those purse-sized things everyone has nowadays. Back in my day, dogs had some size to them. Dad, does that dog seem a bit intense to you? I called over, noticing how the animal kept pacing, eyes darting around the crowded backyard. Don't start, Lyra, Dad waved dismissively. Ryan knows what he's doing. Not every animal needs to be treated like a fragile little flower. Mom emerged from the kitchen carrying a platter of burgers. Ryan, maybe keep Crusher on his leash for now, just until everyone gets settled? He needs to run, Mom. He's been cooped up all week. Ryan unclipped the leash. Go on, boy. The dog immediately bolted across the yard, circling back toward where Ethan was now crouched, picking up a tennis ball. Ethan, stand up slowly, I called, something in the dog's posture making my stomach clench. He's fine, Lyra, Ryan shouted. Stop being so paranoid. Crusher, come. The next 30 seconds played out like a nightmare. Crusher charged toward Ethan, hackles raised. My son, startled, screamed and tried to run. The dog lunged, catching his arm, teeth sinking in as Ethan's scream turned from surprise to pain. I was running before I even registered moving, Denise right behind me. Ryan reached them first, grabbing the dog's collar and pulling him off. Ethan! I gathered my sobbing son into my arms, blood soaking through his sleeve. He just got scared because Ethan screamed, Ryan insisted, struggling to control the still growling dog. My mother hurried over with a kitchen towel. It's probably just a scratch, Lyra. Don't make a scene. A scratch? He's bleeding through his shirt. I pressed the towel against Ethan's arm, trying to stay calm for his sake. Kids are resilient, my father said, shockingly casual. When you were little, you got bit by the neighbor's collie and… This isn't a nip, Dad. He needs a hospital. You're overreacting, Ryan snapped, finally getting Crusher under control. If you hadn't taught Ethan to be afraid of dogs… Afraid. He asked to play with your dog. Your untrained, aggressive dog that you got from someone who couldn't handle him. My mother touched my shoulder. Lyra, please lower your voice. The neighbors will hear. I don't care who hears. My son is hurt. He's fine, my father insisted, barely glancing at Ethan's arm. Just put some peroxide on it. Denise stepped forward. I'm a registered nurse, and that needs stitches. I'll drive you to the ER. This is why we don't invite your friends, Lyra, my mother muttered. Always so dramatic. I stood, lifting Ethan. We're leaving. And Ryan, keep that dog away from my son. Forever. My brother's face hardened. Accidents happen. Ethan shouldn't have screamed. Are you seriously blaming my 8-year-old? You've turned him into a… Finish that sentence, I warned, and you'll regret it. As Denise helped me carry Ethan to her car, I heard my mother's voice. She's making such a fuss. The dog was just playing. 12 stitches, Dr. Wilson said, finishing the bandage on Ethan's arm. He was lucky. The bite missed any major vessels or tendons. Lucky, I repeated hollowly, stroking Ethan's hair as he dozed, exhausted from pain medication. I'm required to report all dog bites to animal control. she continued. An officer will contact you. Good, I said firmly. That dog is dangerous. Denise sat beside me in the exam room. Your family's reaction was unbelievable, Lyra. They acted like you were the problem. They've always favored Ryan. But this is too far. The doctor handed me discharge papers. Keep the wound clean. Come back if there's increased swelling or redness. And here's a card for our social worker if Ethan needs to talk about the trauma. As we left the hospital, my phone buzzed with messages from my parents. Hope Ethan's feeling better. No need to make this a bigger deal than it is. Denise drove us home, helping settle Ethan into bed before leaving with a promise to check in tomorrow. I barely slept that night, anger building with every hour. The next morning, Officer Martinez from Animal Control arrived promptly at 9. Miss Thomas? I understand your son was bitten yesterday? Yes, by my brother's German Shepherd. 12 stitches. She nodded, taking detailed notes as I described the incident. Has this dog shown aggression before? I don't know. My brother just got him from a friend who couldn't handle him anymore. Those were his exact words. The doorbell rang again. My neighbor, Kate, holding a plate of cookies. I heard what happened. Poor Ethan. Tommy's been asking about him. He's resting. Come in, Kate. This is Officer Martinez from Animal Control. Kate's eyes widened. Oh, well, actually, I'm glad you're here. That dog lunged at Tommy last week when we walked past their house. Ryan yanked him back, but it scared us. Officer Martinez looked up sharply. You witnessed previous aggressive behavior? Yes. Ryan said Tommy startled the dog by running, but Tommy was just walking. That's not what my parents are saying, I explained. According to them, Ethan provoked the dog by screaming. After the dog charged him, Kate clarified. I saw everything yesterday. That dog targeted Ethan unprovoked. My phone rang. Ryan, I put it on speaker. Lyra, what the hell? Mom says Animal Control called them. Of course they did. Your dog attacked my son. It was barely a scratch, and now you're trying to get Crusher taken away? He needed 12 stitches, Ryan. And apparently he's not the first kid your dog has gone after. Who told you, Kate? That nosy, don't you dare. Your dog is dangerous, and you and Mom and Dad are in denial. We're family, Lyra. Family doesn't do this to each other. Family doesn't let a vicious dog attack a child and then blame the child. You've always been dramatic. Just like when... Save it. The report is filed. Officer Martinez is here now, taking Kate's statement about Crusher lunging at Tommy last week. Silence, then. You're making a huge mistake. Mom and Dad are furious. Good. They should be furious at themselves and at you, not at me for protecting my son. This isn't over, Ryan warned before hanging up. Officer Martinez finished interviewing Kate. I'll need to evaluate the dog and interview your brother. Given the severity of the bite and the previous incident, this is serious. Kate squeezed my hand. I'm with you on this, Lyra. That dog is a tragedy waiting to happen. I'm not backing down, I said firmly. Not this time. My phone dinged with a text from my mother. You're tearing this family apart over nothing. Your father's blood pressure is through the roof because of your drama. Kate read it over my shoulder and scoffed. Unbelievable. They're still making you the villain. Not for long, I replied. I'm done being the reasonable one. If they want drama, they're about to get it. 3 days later, I pulled into my parents' driveway, Kate beside me for moral support. My parents had been calling incessantly since Animal Control ordered Ryan to quarantine Crusher. Remember, Kate said, stay calm. Don't give them ammunition. I'm way past angry, I replied, grabbing the manila folder. My mother opened the door before we reached it. Finally decided to answer our calls? Ryan is devastated. They might put Crusher down because of your overreaction. Overreaction? I stepped inside to find my father and Ryan waiting. Is that what you call protecting my son from a vicious dog? Here we go with the theatrics, my father muttered. Ryan stood, face flushed. That dog is all I have, Lyra. He just needs training. Training? He should have been trained before you brought him to a family gathering with children. We invited you here to work this out as a family, my mother said, eyeing Kate suspiciously. Not to bring outsiders. Kate is here as my support, And we're way past working it out. Ethan still has nightmares. Ryan stepped closer. I offered to pay the hospital bill. What more do you want? I want you to take responsibility. That dog is dangerous. It was an accident. An accident? I opened the folder and slapped down photos of Ethan's wound. Look at what your accident did to my son, my mother gasped, turning away. There's no need for that. There's every need, Kate interjected. Your grandson was injured and you're acting like Lyra's the problem. Family business, my father warned. Stay out of this. Family business? Since when does family dismiss a child's pain? Since when does family blame the victim? Nobody's blaming Ethan, my mother insisted weakly. Really? He shouldn't have screamed. He provoked the dog. Sound familiar? Ryan ran his hands through his hair. I'm sorry Ethan got hurt, but please call off animal control. I could lose him. You should lose him. He's attacked 2 children. 2? My father frowned. Kate's son Tommy, last week. Ryan knows all about it. All eyes turned to Ryan, who shifted uncomfortably. It wasn't an attack. Crusher just got startled. When a child walked past your yard, Kate finished. He lunged at my son. If you hadn't been holding the leash. You never mentioned this, my mother said to Ryan, uncertainty in her voice. Because it wasn't a big deal. Just like what happened with Ethan wasn't 12 stitches. I slammed my hand on the table. He has a scar that will last forever. What do you want from me? Ryan shouted. To admit I'm a terrible person? I love that kid. Love isn't enough. Actions matter. Your actions show that you value that dog more than my son's safety. That's not fair, my mother protested. We love Ethan. Then act like it. Stand up for him. Admit that dog is dangerous. Ryan's face darkened. If you push this, Lyra, things will never be the same between us. Is that a threat? Kate asked. It's reality, Ryan snarled. Family loyalty means something. Loyalty? My loyalty is to my son, not to you, not to your dog, and not to parents who minimize his pain. You've always been like this, my father said. Always the victim. If protecting my son makes me dramatic, then so be it. I'm done here. As Kate and I turned to leave, Ryan grabbed my arm. You call off animal control or I swear, take your hand off me, I said, voice deadly calm. Or what? He challenged. Kate already had her phone out. I'm recording this, Ryan. Assault charges would look great on top of the dangerous dog complaint. He released me, face contorted with rage. Get out, both of you. Gladly, I replied. But this isn't over. Not by a long shot. The hearing will start soon, Animal Control Officer Martinez explained as we waited outside the county administrative building. The committee has reviewed all the evidence and witness statements. Ethan's arm was healing, but the emotional wounds remained raw. Will my brother be here? I asked, scanning the parking lot. Yes, as the dog's owner, he's required to attend. Denise squeezed my shoulder. You're doing the right thing, Lyra. Kate nodded toward the entrance. They're here. My parents and Ryan approached, looking somber. My mother attempted a smile that failed. Lyra, she began, can we talk before this proceeding? There's nothing to talk about. The committee will decide what happens to Crusher. Please, Ryan stepped forward. I've enrolled in professional training classes. I've installed a fence. I'll keep him muzzled around people. It's too late for that, I replied. 2 children attacked, 1 seriously injured. He's all I have, Ryan's voice cracked. My father cleared his throat. We've been thinking, Lyra. Maybe we reacted poorly. Ethan's injury was serious, and we should have acknowledged that. Now you acknowledge it? After weeks of calling me dramatic? After making Ethan feel like he did something wrong? We were wrong, my mother admitted quietly. We're sorry. Sorry doesn't erase my son's trauma. Sorry doesn't change the fact that you chose Ryan's dog over Ethan's safety. Ryan's face hardened. So this is revenge. You're punishing me, punishing all of us. This isn't revenge, it's consequences, something you've clearly never faced. Inside the hearing room, everything proceeded efficiently. Reports were reviewed, statements read. The photos of Ethan's injury caused visible reactions from the committee members. Kate testified about the incident with Tommy. When my turn came, I stood firm. My son deserved to be safe at a family gathering. He deserved adults who protected him, not a dog that attacked him and family members who blamed him for it. This isn't about revenge. It's about preventing another child from being hurt. The committee deliberated briefly before returning. Crusher was officially declared a dangerous dog. Ryan would have to surrender him for behavioral assessment, with the strong possibility of euthanasia given the severity of the attacks. Outside, Ryan confronted me one last time, tears streaming down his face. "Are you happy now? Was it worth destroying our family?" "You destroyed our family when you chose that dog over Ethan's safety. When you all made my son feel like his pain didn't matter." "Lyra, please," my mother begged. "We've apologized. We were wrong. What more can we do?" "Accept the consequences of your actions, all of you, and maybe someday rebuild the trust you shattered." "So that's it?" my father asked. "You're cutting us off?" "I'm protecting my son, something you failed to do. If you want a relationship with Ethan, you'll respect his boundaries and give him time to heal. On his terms, not yours." Ryan wiped his face. "This will never be forgiven." "Never." "I'm not asking for forgiveness," I replied calmly. "I'm ensuring justice." As they walked away, Denise put her arm around me. "Are you okay?" "No," I admitted. "But I will be. We both will." Kate nodded toward my car. "Come on, Ethan's waiting at my place with the boys. They're having pizza and watching movies." "You know what the hardest part is?" I asked as we walked. "Realizing that sometimes the people who are supposed to protect you are the ones you need protection from." "But you protected Ethan," Denise reminded me. "You stood up when it mattered." "And you're not alone," Kate added. "You've got us. Your chosen family." As we drove away, I felt a weight lifting. Not happiness. There was too much loss for that. But certainty. I'd done what needed to be done. I'd chosen my son. And whatever came next, we would face it together. Have you ever had to choose between family loyalty and doing what's right? What would you have done in my place?